Hi everyone, this is Hillary.
And this is Jenny.
And we're the Garden Tarts. This is our U2-ish podcast.
It sure
We
is.
talk about U2 and lots of other stuff, mostly about ourselves because it's our house and we make the rules. Yeah.
We talk about everything from albums to records and releases to new interviews to new cats in our lives.
New cats and weird stuff that happens at work, curbside insurance and masks and all the things. And we also always take suggestions. What you want to hear? What content do you want to hear?
We sure do. We've got a lot of new listeners. So we're
From
really
where, Jenny?
excited to have you here. Well, we have some...
From where?
We have our first new state in the United States in a long time, and that would be Louisiana.
Oh my gosh, welcome Louisiana.
Crazy.
Who are you? How did you hear about us?
Exactly. They're in Covington, I think, not even New Orleans. We know someone in New Orleans, so this isn't even someone we know.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. We do know someone in New Orleans.
We do, yeah. Hi, Stephanie, if you're listening.
Hey, Stephanie. She's not listening.
She's not listening.
No.
But we've also hit some countries that I never, ever thought would show up in our stats. And that would be Slovakia, Morocco, Botswana, and what I think might be the biggest surprise is Moscow in Russia.
That is so crazy.
It's so
Seriously,
weird.
let us know how you heard about us. You can reach us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Yes, we are on Twitter and Instagram. We're on there all the time. You can find us, and you can search us on Facebook too.
Yeah.
We love
just a really quick introduction for our new listeners. This is Hillary, by the way.
Yes.
I had to get that in. Did you get that?
I got that.
Okay.
I just got it. This is Jenny, by the way.
1, 2. This is Hillary, by the way. I can't do that Wolfman Jack voice, though. Anyway, I live in Virginia, and Jenny lives in
Ohio. Cleveland,
Ohio. I knew the answer. I was just giving you...
I appreciate giving me the time to speak for myself.
I knew the answer. It wasn't like I paused to remember it. I know where you live. And we've been friends since 1992-ish?
Yeah.
Ish? 3? Somewhere in there. So we've been friends since the TV tour.
Yep. In 2018, we went to Dublin and celebrated our 25th friendiversary.
Yes, it was a great day. And it was my birthday too. But it was the best experience I've ever had. And oddly, U2 played such a small part in that. That was just us, like that was our time. And we were doing what we wanted to do, which was going to see a U2 show in Dublin.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good excuse to get together.
Yeah. Anyway, we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about this week. I think the biggest exciting thing is U2X, Sirius XM.
I know. So we should say the last time we recorded, we were like, rumor has it that the U2 Sirius station is going to come out in like 3 days. And it was like 24 hours.
Right.
It came out. We should also note that it is currently Saturday, July 4th. So when y'all hear this, it will be a few days later.
But
you're well immersed.
Yes.
In enjoying this radio station.
And if you live in the U.S., happy British independence. Independence
from Britain.
King George III, who I know all about now because I watched Hamilton twice now in the last 24 hours. And King George III is my favorite character. So, oh my God, I can't even talk about Hamilton. That would be an entire podcast. in itself.
We have started it. I've never seen it, but we're about 50 minutes in, and we have met George III, and he is amazing.
Amazing.
I cannot see what else he does.
That's all he does. I don't want to be a... He has like 2 parts. Well, he has 2 different scenes. I think it's just 2. And it's the same one. And it's just him. Like, it's... Oh my God, it's so good.
So we should also mention for our new listeners that we have a running theme through our podcast episodes. And that is mostly whiskey.
Mostly.
With a side of cake. And we haven't been recently, but we often propose questions to Bono to have over whiskey and cake.
Yeah. We want to sit down with him. Or Ed. Whoever will sit down with us. We say Bono, but we'll take anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we haven't asked Bono a question in a really long time.
Really long.
But I already have one for him.
Can I ask you a question first?
I would love that, yeah.
What are you drinking?
I have Jameson Stout Edition on the rocks with a splash of Bailey's Irish Cream.
That sounds fabulous.
It's really quite refreshing. How about yourself?
I am drinking Magners.
Yum.
Irish cider, original.
I need to find that here.
If you don't know, it's Bulmers in actual Ireland, but it's the same exact thing.
It is. Apparently, someone told me this. I hope this is correct. They call it Bulmers in Ireland, but the company is Magners. They just kept the name Bulmers. Apparently, the Bulmers company is like gone, but
gotcha.
They rebranded it here in America. They did not rebrand it in Ireland.
Well, it's very good. I love it. And for the longest time, we couldn't get it here. And then when we could, it was like in like a 40. It's just like,
of course it was. They're like, Americans like everything big.
Right.
They like their pop big and their coffee big.
Like it and all, but if I'm drinking a 40, I have to chug it or it's gonna be totally warm at the bottom.
And if you put it back in the fridge, it'll get flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
No good. No. So I'm glad you have found it in regular bottles.
Yeah, the 40s just don't make any sense. But I still, when that was all I could get, I did get them.
Yeah. So do you want to hear my question for Bono?
I do now, please.
Kate?
Yes.
My question is, what are we going to talk about when he invites us to come on to Bono Calling?
I guess we talk about whatever Bono wants us to talk about.
This is true. So if you don't know, Bono Calling is his show on the Sirius XM station.
It's Bono's radio talk show.
It is. And he's had Chris Rock on it. Can we jump right in and talk about this Bono and Chris Rock interview?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Did you have like ringing in your ears afterwards?
So I did, and my little backstory, which made me really think about what was going on, is that I have a friend that's in a band, and I think we went to see someone else's band one time. I was with that guy, and someone got on stage and was singing, and like they were singing at a decent volume, but they weren't like projecting. Like it wasn't just getting out there. Like, so the mic can only do that so much work.
Right.
You have to project. And I listened to that, and that's all I could think about was the conversation I had with my friend Frank that, you know, you have to project. And I'm like, right? They don't know how not to project. It's like these two men have no idea how to speak like normal humans without a microphone.
It is.
Am I wrong?
If you have already listened to it, go back and just listen to like 5 minutes of it again. You will be like, why are they screaming? Now, I don't think I've ever heard Chris Rock speak in a normal human volume. I think of him as a loud, boisterous individual. Yeah. But Bono, I wonder if he was just like, it's like, you know how when I start talking to someone with an Irish accent, I like fall into it?
Yeah.
I do the same thing with like, if I'm talking to someone with a Southern accent.
Right.
I wonder if Bono just fell, because he doesn't always do that.
No, but I heard Chris Rock on, I think it was Netflix's Funny or something, an XM channel.
Yeah.
And he did scream, but the other people did not scream back. They just spoke like normal humans. And Bono screamed back. The Decibel Brothers. That's what they are.
They're like, my voice is louder than your voice. The Decibel Brothers.
Jesus, I could not believe that. Like, I had my volume up because I was driving with my window down, and I turned the volume up so I could hear it better. And then I'm like, no! Now everyone in traffic can hear.
It was so crazy. And then later that day, I was listening to Edge's show, which is called Close to the Edge, which I just love. And he was speaking with David Byrne, who people know as, I mean, he is an artist in his own right, but also he was lead singer of the Talking Heads. And they were speaking like just normal people. Like, I mean, might have even been just like whispering a little bit just to like be calm. No.
Do we scream? I don't think we scream.
I don't think we know how to project like that. I feel like I definitely like right now, like I would just talk to you.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I don't know how to project. I did it in high school, but I lost that.
Yeah.
Like I did Spanish. I graduated and it went out of my head.
Spanish.
I lost projection and I lost Spanish.
But you did not lose your 10th grade vocab words.
I did not. That's those vocab words are a juggernaut of sorts. Yes. They're an inescapable force. They don't go away. They're nefarious.
We haven't talked about those in a long time.
I know. And just so you guys know, if you're new listeners, I haven't been in 10th grade in a very, very long time.
No, we are grown adults.
Yes, we are. Yeah. Sister. But I remember them. I remember two of them. I remember Juggernaut and Nefarious. I think that's it. Maybe there's more. I don't know.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. The other thing about our podcast is that we just make ourselves laugh. And I don't just mean like Jenny makes me laugh and I make Jenny laugh, but that does happen. But then we each make ourselves laugh too. So it's just a lot of laughter. This is just who we are. This is what we do when we're sitting in a room together. We're, waiting to get into a concert together, or and let me rewind for a second. We mentioned our friend Stephanie in New Orleans. She is the person that coined the phrase shantytown for a GA line.
We talked about her in the episode that just released today, This Is Where We've Been July, because she was at that
Pittsburgh. Talked about her in that one?
Because we were saying the Pittsburgh 360, it was just a garden tart.
Yes. Right.
And I realized, we're like, oh wait, Stephanie was there. She's one of us. But we did not mention the shantytown, which I feel like was a missed opportunity.
Really, really was. But at least we got back to it today. But I just thought that was the best example of...
But we were legit like intense under a bridge.
Yeah. That's the best place. It was, but it's always the best GA because, you're not in direct sunlight, you're not in rain.
Yeah.
It's just...
You're protected most of the time.
It's loud because it's like an off-ramp or something, but
who cares?
Who cares?
I don't remember that bothering me. You get used to it. So what else have you heard on the new XM station that you might want to mention?
I heard, I really, really liked the U2X, the jingle for the station.
Yeah.
Clearly. And I was thinking, we need a jingle. We talked about this in our last ep too, but I don't think we knew what we were getting into at that time.
No.
We really need a jingle.
Yeah, we heard the U2X jingle after mentioning that.
Right. We just had been kind of joking about it, but they really have a jingle that's, I know it's Bono and Edge. I mean,
right.
So yeah, if you guys have some more jingles, I mean Bono and Edge, not anyone else, throw them our way. But I already wrote lyrics to it.
You sure did. Can we hear it?
Garden tarts, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Garden tarts, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Garden tarts. Oh no, it's garden tarts, yeah, yeah, yeah. Kissing lips, breaking hearts, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it.
I mean, if Paul McCartney can do it, come on.
Seriously.
I know Paul
just
McCartney.
bust that out, Bono and Edge. You can do it.
You can just, take artistic, whatever. We're good with anything else.
Your artistic license.
But, I mean,
it could be like
mostly done.
An outcast from the XM ideas. Like,
sure.
change the lyrics. It's sorted. We'll give you full credit.
Is, we already did half the work for you by writing the lyrics.
Yeah.
But if you don't like them, we're up to suggestion.
I know.
We just really need it.
If you need to throw some babies in there or some la la la's, we're cool.
Or some
maybe a boom cha.
Yeah, a boom cha. Or the I just did that King George. Da 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 da.
I wonder
Seriously.
I wonder if it should sound loungy. No, they should just run with it. I don't want to put any ideas.
With snaps and anything. Total artistic freedom. And it only needs to be seriously like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 seconds, and then we'll have like a long remix or something. And we'll just take part of it for, our intro.
Yeah. That'd be great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks
for working on that.
We really appreciate it. Anything you guys want to contribute to, because we could do something where if one of you guys said just like, no, I don't think so, or something like that. And then we could, when we disagree with something, we could just play.
No, we just need the rights to it. Your permission.
Right.
Your expressed written
we
permission.
We can do it on our own too, but we need your permission.
We prefer to keep things legal because we'd like to stay on their good side.
Yeah. We're only half kidding here. We're
half.
Really not.
I'm not kidding at all. Like, okay, write us a jingle, please.
No, I'm not kidding about that, but we would love help. We're getting into our groove.
I have an idea how people could help us maybe go to the next level.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw, but Edge is asking people to text in and ask for like show ideas and host and guest ideas and DJ ideas and stuff like that. And I kind of think that we wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. Tell Edge about us.
Yeah, if y'all like listening to us here in like your podcast player.
Can you imagine how great we would sound on XM radio?
Oh my gosh, that would be the most fun. We probably wouldn't be allowed to curse, but I'm okay with that.
They curse on XM all the time. I'm pretty sure Chris Rock said fuck.
Oh, he might have, yeah.
Or Bono did. Somebody in that interview.
I think Bono did, and then he was like, fuck, oops. It was Bono.
Yeah.
So go ahead and text Ed. Do y'all need that phone number?
I have it right here if you'd like it.
I can find it real fast. It is.
I have it too, but they sent me the contact.
I know. It is 1-917-540-8477.
And just drop our name and whatever you think we should do on U2X.
You could just say the Garden Tarts would be great content.
Yeah, we won't sing, but we can do a lot of other things that don't require singing or projection or Spanish. We got some Spanish.
Hola!
Catorce.
It would be really fun. So they have a regular segment that's called Desire that's hosted by fans. It's really cool. It's a 30-minute spot, and they've asked fans they seem to be everyone from the North American continent. It's a lot of people that we follow us on Twitter, which has been super cool. Some of them are associated with fan sites. Some of them are just fans on their own with no association to something bigger. And it's been a really nice mix of people. But they get to pick 5 songs and talk about it for a minute or two before playing the song, which I would love to do. But let's think bigger, shall we?
Yeah.
I would not turn that down.
We've been talking about, since day one on our podcast about interviewing Bono with Whiskey and Cake. But, we never thought about maybe Bono would want to call us and interview us with his own Whiskey and Cake.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would provide the Whiskey and Cake, of course.
If we were in person, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which, as soon as maybe Europe will let us in again.
God damn it. hate this feeling. I hate that.
You're so trapped.
I'm so trapped. My people aren't from here.
No.
I gotta feel like I can get out when I need to.
Mine are.
Well, I wonder if we could get in somewhere as, and I'm not entirely joking about this, as a refugee status, because I feel like I shouldn't be here.
Right.
But anyway,
I was talking
I'm not saying it as like a joke either.
Right. Yeah, I know you're not. I was talking to a friend of mine last night who is from Ireland. She's been here for 8 or 9 years, and they were supposed to be in Ireland visiting her family right now, and they canceled that because of the COVID stuff. But I said to her, I'm like, you couldn't go anyway, could you? Like, you can't go home. And she's like, I know, it's like the weirdest thing. She's like, I think on our Irish passports there might be some leeway to get in with certain things, but they don't want us. Like, my goodness, like, what a strange sensation to not be able to go home. I can't imagine.
The moral of the story is wear your fucking masks.
Hey there, friends. Jenny here from the Garden Tarts, and I want to tell you about Anchor, which is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it is 100% free, and there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will even distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard across multiple platforms, including Spotify and Apple. You can make money with your podcast, and it's everything you need to create a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Luckily, those mandates are starting to go all across the country. The public mandates to wear your mask, because people were fools. You and I aren't fools. We wear our masks.
No. I wear my mask all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't. You know what? That's the other thing. I don't need to wear it all the time because I don't frivolously go into places. Everything I need to do, I can get it delivered, or
like a drive-through pickup, or But you do when you need to. Like, you don't.
Absolutely. I mean, I do it when I have to deal with customers and stuff at work, but I don't have people that come in my office or anything. So, like, when there aren't people, when I'm not near people, I don't wear my mask. But, I mean, that's just like being home.
Right. Because your office is so empty.
We should do an app where we wear our masks to prove that you can do anything wearing your mask.
That you can hear people. And I hate that when you go to talk to someone and they like pull their mask down to talk. I'm like, it's just cotton. I can hear you.
Right. What's the point of that? I think it's people that don't know how to, maybe that have a little bit of a problem with people understanding them or something, because I think a lot of what when you hear, I think a lot of what you actually are doing is reading lips. I know I do that.
What's hard is, like, let's say at the grocery store, you have on a mask, the cashier has on a mask, and then there's like plexi between you.
Yeah.
That's hard. It's hard to hear. That's where everyone's like,
well, I haven't,
like putting their ear against the plexi.
I've only been to, the only 2 places that I've been into since like everything got really bad was, since March. I mean, like right when it went down, I went into Target twice. Right. And I didn't do very well. So I just stopped going there.
Right.
But I've had to pick up a prescription, and then I had to go to the bank for work. I'm not even, so when you say that plexiglass thing, like, I've just not been anywhere.
Right.
Which is good, but it's also making me total crazy person. But I'd rather be a crazy person than have COVID. Not that. I'd rather be a crazy person than give other people COVID.
Yes. I have found that going into places that aren't busy, like whether it's a quick to the drugstore or a non-busy time to the grocery store, or I've run a few errands around to smaller shops, it's nice to get out and have all this weird stuff feel a bit normal.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, I totally get that. And I think part of my flip out thing is that I haven't been doing anything like that. So I walk in to get my prescription, and there are, a ton of people with masks on, and it's a little,
Yeah.
it makes me, it's a little disheartening. I have a hard time with that too, which, anyway, I am, though, thank God, finally, getting my hair done on the 7th in a very small salon where they have like one customer in at a time. They wipe everything down and everybody has to wear a mask.
Are they doing blow dries? My salon's not blow drying hair.
She hasn't told me that. I don't care. She can put the color on my hair and send me home.
Right.
And I'll rinse it out. Like, I just need my hair is just horrifying right now. Yeah. I look like God.
It is not horrifying. It is not what you like on yourself.
I don't like to see myself like that.
Right. It is not. It is not how you prefer to appear.
No, but here's the thing, and this is why I think it works for other people, but it's not working for me, is that I started getting gray when I was 19 and had to color my hair at 21. So for people are embracing getting older and going gray. I've never seen that. Like, it's not just happening naturally to me. That just
it's always been that way.
A teenager. So
well, it's like me. I was in my 40s before I really started having noticeable gray.
Right. And so if that happens, I'm not sure that I would color my hair if I got to that point now. But it's just that I've been coloring it for so long.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
My hair is all white. So like when I see my roots, I freak out.
I hear you. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I've not gotten my hair done since the end of February. I think it was in February.
It's crazy.
And my hair grows crazy fast, so I look like an old woman.
I'm debating. My husband has cut both our kids' hair, which is just straight lines. And I'm debating having him do my hair.
Does he cut his own hair too?
I cut his hair.
Oh.
But I have been for like over a year. I have no idea what I'm doing. 0% idea. And I just pray every time I don't fuck it up too bad. But he has so much hair that it's kind of hard to fuck it up. Yeah. It's so thick. But I'm like, do I make an appointment? Or do I just... Maybe I have him cut it, and if he really fucks it up, then I make an appointment.
Yeah. But like, have him cut it however you want it, whatever length you want it to be. Have him cut it a little longer than that.
Right.
Because if there's a mistake, then...
Yeah. I don't mind it being a little short. It's okay. My hair has been every length, but it just needs... The ends are so gross.
Mine are too.
But anyway, I want to talk about Bono on the radio again.
Okay.
I don't know how we got to hair. We could talk about Bono's hair.
No.
I don't need to do that.
No.
Bono's been reading his fan letters that he wrote for his 60th birthday. And I've heard 2 of them. Have you heard any of them?
I've not heard any of them.
It is, so I've heard the one to Patti Smith a few times, and I heard the one to Kendrick Lamar. The one to Patti just really hits home. And I know we've talked about this before, and I highly recommended to you listeners that if you have read the fan letters, you need to go back and listen to them in the context of the songs. Like, don't just read Bono's words. Go listen to the song on his playlist and then read the fan letter, because it's so different. It makes so much more sense. But to hear him actually read it himself with his own, like, so it was a completely different energy behind the Kendrick Lamar one and the Patti Smith one. Like, Kendrick Lamar's is, there's some excitement about what's to come in the future, while Patti Smith's is just passion and idolization, and there's so much heart in it. Like,
right.
It's really cool to hear him put his emphasis on things and to see how he wrote it and like how it reads in his head versus how we read it. It's really cool. It's been probably the coolest thing that I have heard so far.
I haven't heard any of them. I need to.
They'll show up.
Yeah.
So I was glad that everything's just on repeat, right? Like, Sirius does that. Like, you feel like you have to listen 24/7 so you don't miss anything, but I swear, like, every month is probably going to be like a month of repeating.
Right.
We'll see.
I don't know, I've just been really excited about it, but I mean, like, I drive in my car for like 16 minutes total every day. And I just don't hear it that much, and I'm not a radio listener when I'm not in my car, but I need to be. I just need to change that.
You need to listen to it like while you're getting ready in the morning, or
I know.
I'll have it on while I'm in the shower or when I'm making breakfast, you know, that kind of stuff. Just have it on the app on my phone. Or, I mean, you don't have a dog, but I listen when I walk the dog. And then it's nice, like, oh, I've heard this before, so I can go listen to, like, Crime Junkie.
Right. We're like junkies for Crime Junkies. If
Junkies for Crime Junkies. I'm desperately trying to get caught up to the new stuff. I'm at the end of the 2019 season, so I'm working hard. But the other really, really cool thing, so while they have this show called Desire that is fans, they also have like celebrity fans. Well, there's only been one so far, but like Matthew McConaughey has like a whole hour or something. And I think it's freaking amazing. I think it's so cool. Like, he's one of us.
Right.
But with like a Texas accent and like poetic means of expressing himself. I don't know.
Right.
Someone else thought he sounded creepy. But I think he sounds really cool.
No, I think he sounds amazing. I know he said, I didn't hear his whole show, but I heard him talk about Rattle and Hum, and he was just like...
He did a lot of songs from Rattle and Hum.
Yeah, he said he was going to do it, and he was just like, you know, that album took some balls, and I don't know. I loved hearing him talk about that.
It's definitely like an NC-17.
Yeah. Well, he was like, am I bugging you? I don't fucking care.
Right?
Like, I love that.
That's the other thing about
totally
Chris Rock, too, is that he's a freaking fan.
Yeah.
He's been to like 40-some shows, he said. He's quoting lyrics. He's like, it's like, oh, is Bono going to figure out what song he's talking about? He does. But
right? I was actually impressed with that because it was like, he gave very little information about, and I don't even remember what song it was, but he gave a little bit of information, and Bono was like, "Oh, that's whatever."
Right.
I'm like, "Good for you, buddy."
And it wasn't a single, or it wasn't a song they sing live or anything.
No, but I was proud of Chris Rock for recognizing that song, but I was also proud of Bono for spouting it out so fast because,
well, like, as far as we know, there could be some major editing in there.
Well, I'm sure there is. I heard it a few times. It was just like, and then it wasn't edited perfectly. But still, I'd like to think that part, Bono did know exactly what Chris Rock was talking about, because I did not know what song he was talking about. And I feel like, even though I don't obviously write the songs, though I did write our jingle.
You did.
I probably listened to them more than they listened to their own song. So I feel like I have a little bit of an edge there, and I had no clue what song Chris Rock was talking about. It was...
I was going to look and see. It was on...
All That You Can't Leave Behind. But Chris Rock called it Elevation.
Yeah, the Elevation album, yeah.
Yeah.
And Bono knew what album that was on. It was When I Look at the World.
Okay, yes.
Like, of all songs.
Right. Let me say this. So there was a thing that Bono said at the end, that Bono asked Chris Rock the questions, and he only, like, interrupted, like, 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, he was really good about just letting Chris Rock talk. Man, I love The Edge, but he talked a lot or his questions were very long for David Byrne. I guess that way.
And that trend, I felt like that was way more of a conversation.
It was a conversation.
And
it was a higher level of, music.
It's really intellectual.
Than I don't have that music intellect.
They had a really nice discussion about the song One, Edge and David Byrne did. And I took notes on that because I can't wait to talk about that. I'm going to add that to our Octon Baby notes.
Very cool.
I'm going to talk about it now.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I did listen to all of Bono and Chris Rock. Just my timing was good with that. But
and same with the David Byrne one. I happened to just start walking the dog, and so I was able to listen to all of that.
Right.
It was good. I wouldn't mind being on Edge's show either, except he seems to only be talking to musicians right now.
Man, I just did write that song.
You did. You could get the co-writing. The lyrics by Hillary, vocals by Bono, and music by The Edge.
Yeah. I don't think we could win a Grammy for that, but maybe we could win a Jingle Award.
There's got to be some marketing award show somewhere.
Yeah, some sort of advertising.
Yeah. Oh, there definitely is.
Oh.
I know people that have gone.
I can't remember. It starts with an O, the name of the awards. Do you have a pet there?
I do have a pet here. Look who came to say hi.
Oh, look at that little fluff.
Hi, baby. You don't want... She's like, I've been locked in a cabinet all day. Let me go. So we almost... I should explain that. We almost didn't get to record tonight because we couldn't find our 10-week-old kitten. Now, we find her sleeping in the strangest places, and she is jet black. So, like, she just blends in with anything dark. The other day, she was sleeping on a hard ottoman on top of the TV remotes. The next day, she was sleeping on Sadie's nightstand she was using her Echo Dot as a pillow. Kind of hugging it. So we're like,
so weird.
What the heck? Do you want to come say hi too? That was a dog. He just wants to follow the cat. But we couldn't find her for hours and hours. And we're like, she's sleeping somewhere funny. She's just going to come out of nowhere. And we're going to be like, where'd you come from? We were walking the streets outside, posting on our Facebook community page, like, this cat is gone. And then we finally heard this little meow. She was locked. She was shut in one of the kitchen cabinets, like where the dish towels are. I can only imagine. I went in to get one because I was cleaning up, putting a fresh one in our bathroom, and I bet you I left it open. And then she went in, and then someone else walked by and closed it. There are a lot of towels in there, so she obviously got a very good nap. And we were in the kitchen like crazy looking for her, so it's not like she was in distress for a long time. So I have another tiny piece of U2 news, but do you have anything else about the XM radio?
Well, Edge is just adorable. I just have to say that. He's so stinking cute. Just his personality, and I don't know. I just have to say that. I feel like I don't say that enough.
I feel like he's just made for this. Like, he's got the cutest little things on there, and he's like using the text feature. Bono and Edge are all over this stuff, and Adam is showing up more. If you call that 917 number we gave you, Adam's on the voicemail telling you that you can't leave a voicemail, but you should.
It's really cool.
It's really cool. Apparently, both he and Larry will have their own shows coming up sometime in the future. Larry has been relatively non-existent. So here's a piece of U2 news that is also Sirius related, but John Kelly is going to be presenting a show called Elevation that his first guest, he says, is The Edge. And then Brian Stevenson, I'm not sure who that is. Oh, he's from the Equal Justice Initiative. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
We'll see what that is. I felt like there was another show that Edge was going to be on a different channel, but I can't remember what that was. Like a separate interview. I feel like Edge is just like all in. So apparently he replied to someone's text message. Not like the mass one we all got. Like someone asked a specific question about the bad guitar solo, and he answered. So I see him up like, you know how do you ever just get like lost in Twitter or like Instagram or something, and you're like late at night? You think he's just like going through all these messages? He like it's like
maybe
the time suck of U2 fans texting him. Cracks me up. I don't know. I just had a really fun. But the other thing I wanted to mention was that, and we mentioned this before, about that Anton Corbijn movie called Heartland. That interview with Bono is out in Q Magazine now. So look for that. It's cute. It's a fun little.
It is really cute.
Yeah, it's a fun little interview.
He talked about Zooming and drinking, and I'm like, but we invented that for our podcast like a long time ago.
Like pre-lockdown.
Like way.
He said, in my experience, these teleconferences can get well out of hand with the right cocktail of personalities and cocktails.
Hey there, listeners. If you're a U2 fan, you are more than likely aware of the work that Bono has done and continues to do in Africa. It's amazing work, and the exciting thing is you can get involved too. There are 2 simple ways. 1. Go to one.org and sign up to fight against extreme poverty. 2. Visit red.org to shop. What? Shopping helps? It sure does. By purchasing Red branded products, you are contributing to the Global Fund, which supports HIV/AIDS grants in many African countries. As your man says, where you live should not decide whether you live or whether you die. So head on over to one.org and red.org to join the Garden Tarts in doing our part to end AIDS.
I like that he and Matt Damon have been like butt dialing each other. It's funny. It's just a cute little interview.
Look at that cat. She's just so little and fluffy.
You should have named her NCAT Dub.
You should have.
That's her, the name of her memoir.
Oh, that it totally is.
It's not a very good name for a cat. Oh my gosh, do you have anything else? Other than to remind people to text the Edge and let him know that people want to hear us on U2X Radio?
No, but people need to do that, please. Like, we're imploring you, please. I feel like we were made for this, and we've been doing this for quite a while now, before we had any sort of, idea that something like this would be around. And if you didn't get the number before, I will give it to you again. It is 1-917-540-8477.
And that is a United States number, so that 1 is the country code. So go for it.
Carrier charges for text and MS
may apply. There's also a email address. I'm going to tell you what it is. So you can email the Edge also.
Little memory from 2 years ago today. 2 years ago yesterday, I went to the U2 play at Mohegan Sun. I mentioned this before, but it was one of the most interesting shows I've ever been to. But I came home the next day, and I was, exhausted as you are after crazy GA. Even that it was lightweight GA, but still it was a crazy, night, and didn't go to bed until crazy late, and then had to go to the airport or whatever. And I was looking at my Facebook today. My parents had a big 4th of July party with I don't even know, everyone in the world, my nephews and all these people. And I got home from the airport, and there were all these people there, and I didn't even have anywhere to park. So I had to park down the street with my suitcase.
And you're all tired.
And I was really super tired. And then I got in there, and everyone's like, hey, can you help put out this cheese tray or whatever? And I'm just like, no.
Welcome home.
I just literally, no. I'm taking a nap. Happy Independence. Yeah, anyway, I just remember I had to walk 2 blocks down the street.
That's unacceptable.
With a suitcase. Just leave a spot for me. Somebody just be nice enough to do that.
So I found the email address that people can email. It's desire@SiriusXM.com. If people want to also email the Edge. Hey, we talked about Adam for a hot minute, but he and Edge have some interviews in Rolling Stone magazine with our friend Andy Green.
Yes.
So those are
fun. I read those.
Yeah, I'll put those links to those in our show notes. It's great. They talk about SiriusXM, but they also talk about an Octon Baby anniversary. Edge was a little wishy-washy. Andy was a little bit bolder asking Adam. So he's I just flat out asked him. Why not? So there's no real information.
No, but it's
in
nice
those interviews, but it's great to hear from them.
It's nice stuff to think about when there's only crappy stuff to think about.
Exactly. And it's just good to hear from them.
Oh, so I have to update on my. Let me update everybody on my, because I know people actually care about this. So I'm joking, and I don't think anyone does, but I like to talk about it. My vinyl auction was last night.
Yes.
So tonight they moved it up a day so people could enjoy 4th of July.
That's nice.
It's this live auction, vinyl auction for a little store that's in Winchester, Virginia. They're called Back to the Media, and if you go on their Facebook page, you can, go to their the link for their live auctions, usually Saturday nights. But anyway, I got 3 things in the auction.
Yeah.
Got Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones.
Nice.
Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, and Velvet Underground and Nika with the Banana. But my brother also, we bid against each other on Rumors and Velvet Underground, not intentionally.
Yeah.
And I got Rumors, but luckily they had 2 copies of Velvet Underground, so we each got one of those, which
That's
was just
awesome.
kind of funny because, anyway, but it was really cool, and they have like a raffle every week, and this week it's for this Motley Crue set, which I'm not really into Motley Crue. It's all the like Dr. Feelgood, like singles and color singles and an album and like a prescription pad and a pen that's like a drumstick, but it all comes in this Motley Crue purse. And
yeah.
So
oh my gosh.
I'll buy a raffle ticket for the purse.
Yeah,
and
right.
Then I'll sell all the other stuff back to them or something. But I really want that purse. Can you imagine how cute that would be?
That would be so cute.
Yeah. It's got like little, I don't know. It's really cool. I really want that. Anyway, I don't usually fall for stuff like that, but this was
Marketing's amazing.
Yeah, it was a $10 raffle ticket. So that would be really cool if I got that.
Do you want to tell about the raffle where you're supposed to tag people and then you needed to like tag 2 people?
Yes. So they can't call it a raffle on Facebook because apparently you're not allowed to raffle stuff. So they call it waffle, which is funny because waffles,
right.
are funny. And so anyway, they had this free waffle where it said you get a free album if you tag 2 friends. Your name goes in for 1 entry for this raffle for an album, a free album. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that. So they hadn't announced the album, but they're like, tag 2 friends. And so I type in your Facebook name and Amanda's Facebook name, and I'm about to hit send. And then they're like, Creed's Greatest Hits. And I'm like, delete. I don't want it.
You don't want no fucking Creed.
and then, but someone posted a thing saying, no one's going to suggest friends for that. Like, you're not going to get, there's like going to be no names.
That's why it was free.
Right? Except she said it's a mom and pop store, and the mom, Danny, said that they're like one of her favorite bands, and she'll just take crap for it because she really likes them. And I'm like, well, the rest of the world kind of make a joke out of them, but if you like them, God bless. But anyway, I thought that was really funny. I had to tell you guys about that because it was just like, delete.
And it was, she texted us last night about it, and I was like, that was the best text of the day.
But they really seem like, I guess because they like Creed, they seem like this was like a really exciting thing. The rest of us did not. And I told Jeremy, I'm like, Jeremy, come back. They're going to do another waffle. And he's like, okay, I'll be right back. And I'm just like, nope.
Whatever you're doing,
you're doing, don't worry about it.
Right.
But anyway, it was
hilarious.
I say it every week, and I'm gonna just keep saying it every week. Without that auction, without you and Amanda, and without my game of Animal Crossing on my Nintendo Switch Lite, I don't know how I would have gotten through.
We all have our things.
I just look forward, I have a countdown going on until in my head for next Saturday night. I'm that excited about that vinyl auction.
I love it.
Oh, and by the way, if you listen to my brother hasn't had a baby yet.
Oh goodness, that's good though.
Yeah,
That's
Oh
pretty
yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I suspect this week they'll have a baby.
Yeah. So exciting. Well, thanks y'all for listening. I feel like this was a pretty long check-in, but we had a lot of fun stuff to talk about with this XM radio is going to keep us full of content right now. Yeah. At least YouTube related content. We always have our own shit going on.
Right. We do. Like last week we were like, oh my god, and we have YouTube content.
I mean, we made it the title of the episode.
Right.
Actual YouTube news.
Right.
Oh my
gosh. So keep a few little housekeeping things. If you don't subscribe to our newsletter, please do that. And that is
just go to thegardentarts.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and
Facebook. Yes, we're very active on there.
And stay tuned because in the next, I don't know, year or so, we're going to have an episode on us, baby.
It's got to be in the next few weeks.
It's hopefully soon, yes.
It's going to be in the next few. Well, we'll do it in the next few weeks. Then we got to edit it and everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a long one, obviously.
It's going to be a few different episodes. So.
And then from that point on, we have, with every album we talk about, we have the corresponding tour.
Yeah.
We haven't done that because we didn't go to tours.
We do not have the Zeropa tour. But we have Zoo TV and we have Pop Mart and then going forward from there.
Right. But I think of Zoo TV and I just think of it as one big tour.
It really was. It just, the songs changed.
Right.
And some of the characters changed. But in general, it was still the big media production.
Yeah.
So that's true.
Yeah. So we have that. Those episodes are going to be really great because we're going to put a lot of work into them.
And I'd also like to remind people that if they're on iTunes, no matter what country you're in, if you wouldn't mind going in and leaving us a 5-star review, that would just be a huge favor for us. As much as we love hearing that people are enjoying our content, it also helps boost us in the iTunes ratings in your country, which means more people can find us more easily. Would be really, really helpful.
Yeah.
We thank you in advance for that.
Leave us voicemail.
We don't have a voicemail to share this time. That's on if you go to thegardentarts.com, on our contact page, just a graphic that will take you there. But it is, if you're ready for this, anchor.fm/thegardentarts/message. But it's probably easier just to go to thegardentarts.com and then our contact page.
Yeah.
And that's just a quick audio file.
Yeah. So, we have new content all the time, once a week, generally, unless someone takes a vacation or we get busy or something. Life happens. But most of the time we have something every week. Yeah, and just, if you have ideas for us, if you have thoughts for future content for us, especially along with U2X, let us and The Edge know.
Yes.
We're just throwing it out there.
You can email The Edge and CC us.
Yeah, go for it. Do that, please.
Seriously, we are thegardentarts@gmail.com.
And then be safe and wear your mask. And remember to check to see if you're registered to vote.
And if you don't know how to do that, let us know and we will help you. Anywhere you are, it doesn't matter. We'll find out how to figure it out. We are savvy that way. Yeah. And so you've got yesterday was 4 months until election day. Yes, so you need to be registered to vote before then. Yeah. Find if you can do a mail-in ballot so you don't have to go in person. I've done that. I suspect if you're listening, you already know who to vote. I suspect whoever you are, you know who to vote for. But I can't imagine anyone enjoying our podcast who are not in the same camp as us. Yeah. Can't imagine. I also can't imagine U2 fans who are not. Right. And I think initially we were not going to get political, but we are political by nature. So, and the band is. So, and I mean, we have to our podcast. We have that, explicit. We have explicit lyrics. I know. So we may as well just say "fuck Trump." Exactly.
You said it.
You said it. Phew.
Yeah.
Like the sweat from my brow.
My
Like the
mom
brow
would be
from my
listening,
foot.
except she probably, says that too.
I know. At least
Anyway,
in her head.
yeah.
How would you say that in Yiddish?
Fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Stop Trump.
Stop Trump. That doesn't quite have the same.
No.
Because
I
something
didn't
is like,
know that.
that's like sex, right?
But I think no, it's not just sex. That's like fucking.
It's a curse word. Well, maybe we should say good night for now.
Okay. Good night, Jenny.
Good night, Hillary, and good night to all of our listeners.
And Edge and Bono and Adam and I guess Larry, even though he doesn't talk to us.
No, Ed's right back. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, or Bono.
Yeah, or Bono. Yeah, just
Ed,
pass it on.
Please feel free to give Bono our contact information as well. You use it how you want, but also relay that to Bono.
Exactly.
Or David Byrne, whoever you want to give our information to.
I'm happy to talk to David Byrne or Chris Rock, Matthew McConaughey. We'll talk to you too.
I'd like to. I'd talk to any of them.
Yeah. Maybe they want to come on our podcast and talk to you too.
Maybe we could become the Decibel siblings.
We'd have to get, if we had Chris Rock on an episode, we'd have to get special headphones.
So we're not deafened. Or we could just take off our headphones altogether.
Like just hold them out.
Yeah, clearly.
So we can still hear, but they're not in our eardrums.
Right. Well,
I would love to talk to Chris Rock or Matthew McConaughey about YouTube stuff.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I say it to my mom because my mom still doesn't understand that, like, if you talk to someone far away, you don't have to say it louder. But she does that. Like, she'll call her cousin in New York or whatever, and she's like, June! And I'm like, if you put the phone down, she can hear you in New York without a phone.
Right.
Like, you're that loud right now.
Right.
I feel like that's
just like, you need like a soup can and a string. Oh my God, I love
just
it.
New York. It's not like, oh my God, but when she used to talk to people in England and in Israel, holy shit. That was so talking.
That's so funny. That's definitely a thing though.
Oh, I know it is. But when you talk to someone who doesn't speak English and you scream at them.
Right, because that makes it easier to understand.
Right. I get so mad when people do that.
I know. Okay. Well, thanks for listening, y'all.
Okay, have a good week. Take care, be safe, wear a mask.
Yeah. And you'll be hearing from us soon.
Very soon.
Okay.
Bye.
May your music be loud and your whiskey be strong. Until next time, cheers.